Oh yeah, this is episode 75. Happy birthday, Paul Revere, and welcome to Bumpin' Shoulders, a Sports Dorks podcast. I'm Timothy Chair here with Nick Kappas, Chris Wilson. Happy New Year's, everybody. Nick, how was 2019 treating you?
Well, it's going.
Is it? It's popping off?
Well, lots of work.
Chris, I feel obligated to ask you, how's 2019?
It's going okay.
What the fuck have you done?
Hung out with you today.
Dude, I worked.
No, you didn't.
2 jobs all day.
You absolutely didn't.
Did you see what I texted you today about the guy at Walmart? There's a guy at
I
Walmart
responded.
wearing a Colts hoodie and a Patriots hat.
And Chris fucked up the headphones.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I
an
didn't.
awesome thing.
It's because
It's
Nick's
a guy
doll.
that's ready to... that's ready to not lose.
Yeah, he's in a win-win situation.
He's got a 1 in 3 chance to win the Super Bowl.
Chris, you didn't
Or
figure that out?
I guess to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Chris,
1
get
in
that.
6 chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, not bad. I like his chances.
Not bad at all. He's really doubling down on the
You
AFC.
should have seen his socks.
Yeah, he'd Steelers socks on.
No, he wouldn't miss. He's got Chiefs socks.
Kingdom.
Yesterday, when I was out, working at the Pony... Not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I was working at the Pony Express, and a guy was wearing a Steelers hoodie. I go, rough night last night, huh? And he go, rough night yesterday, huh? And he goes, yeah, come on, man.
Dude, I feel that.
I thought it was going to be a lot more interesting.
No,
but
it was so funny, though.
People do that all the time.
It's good to have, those little antics when you see somebody wearing a jersey.
yeah.
They'll be like, I'll have my keychain, my 49ers one. They'll be like, oh, 49ers fan. You don't see a lot of them. Yeah, no shit.
They always ask
But
about
it's
Colin
just like-
Kaepernick.
You see a lot of 49ers fans like 3 years ago.
But we always see people in... I always see people in Steelers stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can
everyone's a Steelers
finally
fan.
make fun of them for not making the playoffs, so I'm going to do it to every Steelers fan I see.
It's a nice change.
Yeah.
That's a nice change.
And I
to keep them
expect
out.
you guys to do the same.
And
Oh,
speaking
yeah.
of playoffs, I want to talk about the playoff picture a little bit.
Oh,
Our playoff teams are official.
yeah, AFC Colts are in to the Super
We've
Bowl.
got the Chiefs at the 1 seed, Patriots at 2 seed, then Texans, Ravens, Chargers, Colts for the AFC. And in the NFC, Saints 1, Rams 2, Bears 3, Cowboys 4, Seahawks 5, Eagles 6. Nick, this Saturday at around 4 p.m.
4:30.
4:30 on Saturday, we have the Colts traveling to Houston to take on the Texans. And Saturday night, is it 7:30 or 8?
8, I think.
And we have Seattle traveling to Dallas at that point. Sunday morning, well, I guess Sunday around 1, we've got Chargers at Ravens. Chargers at Ravens.
Yeah.
And Sunday around 4, Eagles at Bears. Good
Now,
weekend.
for the Chargers, being on the road, they're like, yeah, it's whatever.
For the Chargers, I don't think they're going to win playoff games. That's
Yeah.
just kind of, it seems like the
Yeah.
Chargers brand, and they're playing probably, I think, the most dangerous team in that conference right now.
I think they're the most dangerous because they're the most different.
You can't game plan
Their
for them.
defense is outstanding.
Their
offense is so unique that until you've played them, you don't know how to beat them.
Yeah.
Well, what's exciting about them is, what this matchup is, these two teams played, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Ravens kind of dominated them.
I thought it was a close game.
It was a close game.
Oh, that's right. It was the
The
turnover at the end, right?
Yeah.
The picks or the fumble recovery for a touchdown or something like that. Like to seal
No, I
the
think
game.
you're thinking of the Titans game. That was the pick 6.
No. I think the final score of the Chargers Ravens game was like 20-7 or something. Maybe not 20-7, but I think they won by like an extra score. I think they sealed it at the end with like a garbage time, like fumble recovery or something like that.
Either way, I'm very excited for that game. We'll get your. I
Be a
want to
good
get your
little
guys'
rematch.
early takes on these things.
Colts.
Colts at Texans.
We're starting there.
We'll go in the order.
I mean, even the Colts, when they lost to the Texans earlier in the season, the Colts weren't the same team they are now. They're on a 9-1 streak right now. Arguably the hottest team going into the playoffs, I'd have to say. And I think they're going to beat Houston. In Houston, I think the team's just... the Colts' offensive line, I think, can stop that the Houston pass rush. And that's going to really just... It kind of negates that defense for them. It all comes down to if the Colts can stop DeAndre Hopkins, really.
J.J. Watt's banged up, too.
That too. It doesn't help that J.J. Watt's not at 100%.
Chris, who's your take?
The Colts will have their center back. I want to say his name's Ryan Kelly, but no, that's not.
It is.
Oh, is it? But so we have a full offensive line back.
Costanzo looked good, too.
Yeah, he looked amazing.
Hate to do it, but I have to side with Nick here.
Yep.
Colts are gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm going the same route here. I think they're gonna. I think it should be a close game. I'll go Colts to win.
It's going to
this
be a
one as
good
well.
game. I think the whole AFC, the whole wild card, is amazing
every
matchups.
playoff matchup this year should
and even
be good.
yeah, even whoever moves on to the next games, like,
in both conferences,
it's going to be good.
I say Colts 31-24.
What are you thinking? A high scoring?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be higher scoring too. I don't think it's going to be very low scoring.
I'm gonna go like 27-17. Colts win.
If I had to guess, I'd say like 34-24.
I don't think Deshaun Watson is playing as well as everyone wants to pretend he was.
We talked about this before. He had like a super hot streak for like 5 games where they're like, oh, this is the Deshaun Watson we all know. But you said it last year. It's not something you can maintain.
No.
And now he's back to playing
Decent.
He's playing better than Dak.
Yeah, he's playing fine football.
Yeah,
he's
fine
not,
football.
He's not this elite.
And I also don't think he's the guy that, if they're down, especially in the playoffs, if they're down 7, I don't think he's the guy you want to lead your team to a comeback.
No, but the saving grace there is Nuke is.
Yeah, he is.
Nuke Hopkins is going to be hard to
and
stop.
he will catch the ball anywhere.
115 catches this year, no drops.
And he even had that, dude, he had the under the leg catch.
The catch of the year that got called back.
Yeah. It's like the guy's insane.
We'll move into Seattle and Dallas.
I think this is probably the best wild card matchup.
Seahawks win.
I think the Seahawks win. Are they? They're in Dallas. I think the Seahawks get this one done. Russ is, as game as they come, especially in the playoffs, the dude's amazing.
He's the only quarterback this year to play every snap for his team.
And I think the Seahawks defense is good enough to stop Zeke and to stop
Amari Cooper,
and that's going to stop that whole offense.
Yeah.
So I think this one I could see lower scoring. This is going to be like 17-10.
Yeah, I see it going the same way. I think it's going to be 17-13 Seahawks, and I think it's going to come down to like the last minute.
Dude, that sounds like such a Cowboy scores 13 points.
I'll go 27-21.
Oh, you think it's going to be
Seahawks as well?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be like 13-10 and Russ?
That's what I'm thinking, like less than a minute left, and
Russell Wilson just
inside the 5-yard line. Well, he throws a dart.
No, it's going to be like
or something like that.
The 20. He's going to roll out and throw a weird sideline perfect.
It's not even going to be that. He's going to roll out like the 15, and he's going to break out and just start running, and then he's going to be able to do one of those like walks into the end zone.
There's no way.
I think so.
You think he runs for 85 yards?
No. Like he's down on the 50. It's a 15-yard run.
Oh, that's a little
he's
bit
not
different.
running 85 yards. I'm not going, they're going to be down 10-13, 32 seconds left.
But I think it's just going to be one of those things where a lot of Cowboys fans are going to complain after, and they're going to be like, we should have won that game if it wasn't for that one play.
Find one call.
Yeah, exactly.
The pass interference was called like it should be.
And they're going to be, again, without a playoff.
Is there a difference between Cowboys fans?
Yeah.
Is there a difference between Cowboys fans and Steelers fans?
Dude, the Steelers should kind of be in the playoffs.
Because, the Steelers
Browns
are still
got robbed of a touchdown.
Overall better in the last couple of years.
The Browns did get robbed of a touchdown in that Ravens game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
But the fan base, like they both, it's never their team's fault.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. But, I'm saying at least the Steelers are a little bit better of a team over the last couple of years.
But if either one of those teams went
more tolerable.
Yeah.
If either one of those teams went 4-12, they'd go, well, if it wasn't for fucking Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Deflating the
All
balls.
right, relax.
Right.
Well, if he didn't deflate the balls, the Colts are in the Super Bowl.
I don't think so. They lose that game back.
There's no way, dude. They score 50 points.
What about
with actual footballs? With 3 rushing touchdowns.
You also don't think onside kicks should be allowed to start a half.
Sean Payton's an asshole, and he ruined my childhood.
No, that's a real possibility.
Like if Sean Payton
Colts Saints rematch.
Yeah.
And
dude.
Do you think now when the Saints beat the Colts in the rematch, Drew Brees retires, right?
I'd burn this house down.
Drew Brees would retire though. After that, after he kicks the onside and recovers it.
Do you think Sean Payton and Drew Brees feel good about robbing me of my childhood?
Yeah, their paycheck does. They probably made fat stats.
Yeah, so if they break kids' hearts, they don't care.
I wouldn't.
So okay, fuck them then. Sorry, I respect children.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you've done some weird things to kids.
No, just hit them.
Oh my God! Wow.
I just hit them.
We got the Chargers traveling to Baltimore. Ravens win.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those weird scoring games where
that's gonna be I think that's a 31-24 game.
Do you think it's gonna be high scoring?
Yeah.
You remember the last time these guys played? Philip Rivers had 2 picks, 0 touchdowns. and like 145 yards. So what I'm going to say is what's going to happen in this game. Phillip Rivers throws for 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
Yeah, just the typical Phillip Rivers stats.
I'm trying to find what that game was because I want to remember the score there.
I think this is going to be. I think the Chargers win this one.
Wow, you're really a Steelers fan.
Our internet is on the fritz.
I think the Chargers win this one. We'll go 17-14.
I'm going to go with the Ravens 24-21, and I think it's going to be one of those games where the Ravens get off to a hot start, and then the Chargers start to come back, and you're on the edge of your seat. And then the Ravens get like a late turnover or something like that.
No. The Ravens get the ball back with 8 minutes, and then the Chargers never get it again.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you
touch
guys.
it.
I forgot to even look at odds here. I want to see if that changes anything for you guys.
For this game?
So for that Colts game, Colts are getting 1.5. I like that. Colts are plus 100. Seahawks are getting 1.5. They're getting one. They're getting one. So
Still
I don't mind
like
that.
it.
Chargers are getting 2.5.
I like the Chargers.
I don't mind laying the 2.5 with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers win this game, so
you're going to take the Chargers money line plus 115.
Yeah.
Point total is 41.5.
Under.
Yeah, I think under.
I'm going over.
I think both of them have really good defenses.
Actually, no, it's going to go
They
over.
do, but it's a nice playoff game to start the the day. There's going to be points.
I don't know if the Ravens are able to put up like 30 points.
Well, I mean, they have a handful of times under Lamar, so they can. But that being said,
no
one can stop them.
Yeah.
Lamar's too good. They ran for almost, I want to say it was like 297 yards last week.
Crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised though if this is where they get stopped.
It could be.
I don't think I can stack my chips
I don't
against
think
the
that's
Chargers
going all the way
as
to
Lamar
the Super Bowl.
Jackson,
It's going to get stopped.
As soon as Lamar Jackson's forced to stay in the pocket, he's fucked.
Yeah.
I don't think he's super forced to stay in the pocket here, though.
But if they can get him forced in the pocket, if Joey Bosa can come and contain that one outside, if they can get both outsides contained, he's done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or if you just get them, if you can get them 3rd and long too.
Not even then, because I feel like if it was that easy, he would have been slowed down.
But this is the playoffs. Different story.
But
These
they
are the
played
best
the same
6
team
teams.
2 weeks ago.
I know,
Yeah.
and now they also have film on him too, and they've played him.
Yeah, and
it could be,
but that's also the same thing on the other side. They've got film on the Chargers. And
I don't think you hold Phillip Rivers to 0 touchdowns twice in a row though.
I don't think he threw for 0 touchdowns in that game.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm trying to find it. The internet is completely out here. Not a great start. We'll move on to the Eagles and the Bears game. The Eagles are getting 5.5 on the road. I know you love the Eagles, Chris.
Big Nick Foles, guys.
I think the Bears win this one. We'll say 31-14.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mitchie T's been sneaky good, and I think he continues to do that. And their defense is just amazing. And Nick Foles is going to have a rough game.
Yeah, the Nick Foles thing has to calm down at some point, right?
Or not.
Or was
who knows?
0 touchdowns, 2 picks, 181 yards. Melvin Gordon ran the ball 12 times for 41 yards in that.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson threw the ball for 204 yards and a touchdown. Gus Edwards had his big game for 92. Wow, they gained all of their yards throwing in that. That's the best throwing game they've had. Good for them. I don't hate betting the Eagles.
Yeah, but we've talked about this too. Like people have talked.
It's hard to.
Everybody's talked about the Bears' defense, but nobody's talked about
the Bears' offense.
Offense.
The Bears' offense is humming
with Tariq Cohen, Mitchie T.
They're just firing on all
Taylor
cylinders.
Gabriel.
Boy, we've also seen
Allen
But
Robinson.
also, this team is not used to winning yet, and Philly was there last year, so it's like
I feel like,
it could be one of those things where it's like
for a first-year coach with a young quarterback. No, get me wrong, it's the same spot the Eagles were in last year.
That's what I'm saying, and I think they're going to pass it with flying colors, 27-14
I think with Matt Nagy, I mean, he kind of got one of the reasons, like he got criticized so bad in Kansas City when they lost
for his play calling in the Titans game,
and I don't think he lets that happen again.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He is a young, but then again, he is a young coach. Like it's not only is he
going to come out over the top.
Yeah, not only is he a first-year coach, but he's actually a young coach, and this is a rough position to be in. That's a big stage. Everybody's watching.
And I would put Doug Peterson in probably the top 5 head coaches in the NFL.
No,
that dude's brilliant.
Shitty hair, but
no, I think that's attached to the visor.
Oh, you think he's bald?
Yeah,
you think he's got one of those crazy visors?
It looks like it, dude. It looks like that. I think the smart play here is the Bears. I'm gonna take my chance with the Eagles at plus 200 also though.
Okay.
Because I don't hate that. I don't hate them winning that game. There's like a magic in that locker room again, and that's something that I can't bet against.
Do you think it's something for them to win? They're gonna have to keep the Bears from scoring. Like they have to score very little, or do you think they somehow exploit the Bears D?
I don't know.
Yeah, really.
I don't have a rhyme or reason
but
to
you're just
believe
saying
in them.
They could.
And I think if they win this game and they go to New Orleans next week, I'll bet on them again.
And you love them dogs in the playoff.
Yeah.
I'll bet on them again in that situation.
Yeah.
And I don't love that game. I don't love this game.
Wait, the Eagles are no, they're not home.
No, they're on the road.
Yeah, I was just
It's
saying
gonna
because
be
if
a
they're
hard
home,
place to play.
do you think they have the dog mask?
No, they didn't break them out at all this year.
But now they're in the playoffs.
No, aren't they wearing the ski masks now or something like that?
Dude,
They're robbing team.
Oh, you're thinking about
of that-
robbers.
You're thinking of that guy in that video where he goes, I hope so. I don't know what that video is.
It's Offset.
That's not Offset, dude.
Yeah, isn't that when they ask him about Cardi B? They're like, do you think
No.
Cardi B will take you back? And he goes, I hope so.
No, you're
hope
mixing
so.
it up. That's not him with the ski mask on.
Oh, are you
was.
thinking of Ski Mask, the Slump God?
That's what I thought, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I hate
I don't know
that
either.
guy's name.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Slump mask,
I've got
the
the Bears.
ski guy.
I'm gonna have to go against you guys and say the Bears win this one.
No,
I said
don't
Bears,
think,
too.
I don't think anyone's arguing that. I think Bears win, but I think the value play if you're betting is the Eagles.
What if you had to pick a score? Like,
I don't know. I'm not even
Okay,
going to try
you're
and
not-
feed
okay.
anyone anything. I'm not going to touch the over-under. I have no clue.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm
'Cause like I
excited.
said,
I
the
said
Bears-
27-14, but
But
I also
Mitchie
wouldn't
T
be
could-
surprised if it's
Nobody
comes down
talks
to the
about
wire.
the fact that Mitchie T had a game where he threw for like 5 touchdown passes in one half. Like I understand it happened
Yeah.
once, but it's one of those things where if
You don't
did
know
it
what you're
again-
gonna get,
If
yeah.
he did it again, I'd go, yeah, okay.
And we've also seen Nick Foles tie the touchdown
Yeah,
record
exactly.
in a game, and now just
25
last week tie
completion.
the 25
Yeah.
straight completions in a game. I don't know. I'll probably bet on the Eagles money line.
But he could come
I
out.
don't care if I lose the money in that because I'm rooting for him.
He could come out and throw 3 interceptions the first half, take off his helmet, and you go, oh my god, it's Nathan Peterman.
because like I like the Bears and they're a fun team, and I wouldn't hate to see them win. I just think it's so fun to like root for the Eagles right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
But the Bears are also one of those teams could go all the way.
And it could be
They're a
gone
good-
next year.
Their
you know?
matchup against any other team in the playoffs, I like their
Well,
chances.
if they win this game, they play the Rams next.
And I like their chances against
I
the
think
Rams.
they win that.
Yeah.
Again,
And then you'd probably see,
Like,
and then you would have, oh my God, I
Well,
hope
when
the
they-
Bears and Seahawks win. Then you get Seattle Saints and Rams Bears.
but with the Bears,
Yeah.
Bears-Rams game, they're kind of the ones that put Jared Goff on this little downswing that he's on.
I think they're the better team.
Jared Goff finally got that touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks, though.
Good for
Yeah,
them.
A little
Good
bit
for
too
them.
late. We'll move on into some less exciting news for 8 individuals. We have some coach firings.
Love them.
We'll start at the top. Bengals have finally
Hate
fired
this.
Marvin Lewis.
As you tweeted, making room for Hugh.
He was coming in. He's kicking
Yeah.
that door down. He's going to assume the role.
Yeah.
They didn't fire him. He stepped down.
Marvin Lewis?
I think he was released. Or maybe they let him resign. Yeah.
They went,
Out of
hey,
respect.
resign or we're firing you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole Nixon thing.
Yeah. Literally the whole
You're
Nixon
out of here
thing.
either way. Just choose which way you want to do it.
Is that all right? Let's talk about the open head coaching spots first. And I want
there
I
you
want
go.
to try to figure out if you're a prospect where you want to go. You got the Bengals. Marv Lewis is gone.
Wait,
The
are you-
Broncos. Vance Joseph is gone. The
Are you?
Bro-
Hold on. Are you asking me if I'm the head coach, what team I'd want to go to?
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
if
okay,
you're a
go,
head coach prospect. So Bengals. Marv Lewis is out. Broncos. Vance Joseph is out. I think that's too soon.
Yeah, Sam.
Browns. He was gone.
Been open.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't hate them trying to keep
Do you
consistency
think?
there.
But do you think this is just them interviewing? Like, if they may not sign anyone?
I don't know. I don't know how you can not be happy with where you're at.
I know.
You've then got the Bucks. Dirk Cutter's gone. The Cardinals. Steve Wilkes is gone. The Dolphins. Adam Gase is gone. Hate that firing. Jets get rid of Todd Bowles. How you feeling about that?
I like that firing.
And the Packers.
asshole.
The Packers, obviously, that's his livelihood.
Yeah,
And
no,
the-
I hope he gets a job somewhere else. Just wasn't shaking out, Tom.
And the Packers.
Todd.
Packers
Tom
obviously
Bowles.
get rid of Mike McCarthy.
Now,
Where do you think's the place to be?
if I had to pick I can't pick the Colts.
I mean, you probably pick like what, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers.
I think I'd go the Browns.
That's true.
I like what the Browns are doing. They look like they're built for the future. The Packers, you have Aaron Rodgers and Devonta Adams, but after that, you don't have anything.
No, nothing.
You have an old Jimmy Graham.
And Aaron Rodgers, that's looked old.
Yeah, and it's just like, if you look at his paper stats, he's looking good, but you brought it up to me. He's been overthrowing receivers all year.
And he moves weird.
Yeah.
He looks awful.
But he's also been injured since we don't know how bad that injury was. But yeah, I'd have to go with the Browns. I think that's the best place to be. It looks like a fun team to coach. The team looks like all they want to do is win.
I don't think Tampa Bay's a horrible landing spot.
It depends.
No,
You have
there's
to,
some talent
if you
there.
go to Tampa Bay, I feel like it's your job to figure out that whole quarterback situation.
But outside of that, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson, you're losing.
Because that's a
but
team
I think
that
you can move past that.
that's a team that, without injuries, that defense is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
They had a
Yeah.
lot of defensive injuries.
I wouldn't even hate going to the Bengals.
Well,
They've
hold
got
on.
guys.
Before
Yeah.
because
Us injury aside?
you've got to pick one. But Chris, who are you gonna pick? If
You already know.
Really?
You're going to the Jets. You think that's the best spot?
Well, no. If you say the Jets,
I like it moving
I mean,
forward, you know?
there's cap room. You got the young quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
More cap
and sell
room.
us on it. Tell us why you want to be the Jets coach.
Well, Darnold's been playing great lately. I mean, aside from the New England game.
He has had his best games those prior weeks, yeah.
That defense, I mean, there was a lot of injuries in the secondary towards the end of the year, so
One
you
of the
kind of
best safeties.
discredit. Yeah, exactly. You have Jamal Adams, probably top 2 safeties in the league right now. I
Probably the
mean,
best safety
yeah.
in the league.
you can argue him or Derwin
Now, if
James.
you're going into the Jets team, what are you looking to fix there?
I mean, we need a better running back for sure. Like
Lev
a
Bell's
Lev
out
Bell,
there.
that's what I'm saying. I think they should
have the cap
actively
space.
pursue that because the whole Isaiah Crowell and Powell thing. I mean, both of them ended up getting hurt, but I don't think they were shaken out towards the end of the year.
Was it
anyway.
a line issue though, or was it a running back issue?
They do get a lot of pressure coming through the line.
Yeah.
Even on passing
Yeah.
plays. They don't.
I think I could be wrong, but I think their line
'Cause
was a
you
little
gotta
bit
remember,
banged up too.
If you go with the Lev Bell, even with the Jets having $90 million, that's still a big hit to your cap room.
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
going for a Lev Bell.
Oh, absolutely. But I still think I think we need to go out and we need to get someone with a name. Get the fans
Yeah.
excited.
Well, you're in that New York market. So
That's
you
what
kinda
I'm saying.
have
We
to.
need to get that kind
And
of.
he would love it, dude. Push the mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Him,
and
Tekashi.
Sam. Get Sam in there for a feature.
Him and Takashi collabing.
But I think they also need a better receiver too. Someone for Darnold.
Who's their
to be
number
able
one?
to-
Probably Quincy.
I think
Newman
Robbie
will.
Anderson maybe.
I feel
It's
like
him.
Quincy
Yeah,
Newman
Quincy
gotta
Newman
be
was
Oh,
the
so
guy
you
guy
guys
there.
are going. You guys are going. Probably.
Yeah, they need a guy. They need a guy. They need an outside
Yeah.
guy. Somebody that.
And
you're gonna
overall,
go,
just a
"Fuck, how do we
coach
deal
who's
with
just
him?"
going to shake up that entire system. Because like we need
Oh no, keep going about.
like an Adam Gase or someone like that. Someone who's
I would-
going to.
love Adam because not to grind producer Pops's gears, but and I know he's against this firing as well. But I would love to see Adam Gase land in New York just so the Dolphins had to deal with him every year.
Yeah.
Because that is the worst firing so far this offseason.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that. That dude's a brilliant offensive
Oh, yeah.
mind. And, I mean, the only year he's played with a healthy quarterback, he went to the playoffs at 10-6 and then had to go play the fucking Steelers in Pittsburgh
Exactly.
with Matt Moore.
yeah.
This year they start off their winning games, and then you have their little Swiss Army knife of a player, Albert Wilson, get hurt. Jakeem Grant gets hurt.
Yeah.
You lose all sorts of defenders and linemen and running backs. And
Well, look at what the Jets
Everyone.
have historically done over the last couple of years. Whenever they fire a head coach, always a defensive guy first. Rex Ryan, Todd Bowles. I think it's time to get an offensive guy in
well,
the
it's
mix.
just like Adam Gase is probably the best coach out there.
That's what
on
I'm
the
saying.
Table.
Yeah.
And-
Have you seen a
and
lot of teams are going to talk to Jim Caldwell again?
yeah, I don't know why. But for me, I don't even think the Dolphins would be a place I want to land. That ownership is fucked from the top down. I'd have
You have
zero
a very
interest in going
shaky
there.
quarterback situation.
Bad quarterback
Yeah.
situation, and they won't let you pay guys to get anyone in the door.
And it's just bad ownership there.
Like, you're fucked
Yeah.
from the start. I would not want to be there.
Because it's like there, I don't even blame the GM. I blame the owners.
So you're going Browns?
I'm going Browns.
I'm going Jets.
I'll lock it down with the Bucks. I think that's where I'd want to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think
I would
that's.
love to be in
He likes the
bad
nice
at all.
weather.
Here in
Yeah.
Florida, that's a good start. You've got,
You have talent there. You have,
there's a shit ton of defensive talent. You've got a lot of good guys
Yeah.
there.
and then offensively too.
I think Peyton Barber's good. Who's the rookie running back there? I'm drawing a total blank.
And I mean,
on
yeah,
it.
I don't remember.
But they have that rookie running back who's playing well. Oh, O.J. Howard and Cameron Brate,
Yeah.
great tight end duo.
You got
Jameis
Mike
Winston
Evans.
can be shaped into
That's what I'm
something.
saying,
Mike
like,
Evans is a freak.
Their quarterback situation's a mess right now, but I feel like we still don't know
And Chris Godwin's good.
how
Yeah.
good.
They've got a lot of good guys
But the
there.
problem
They
is
need
that
an
Jameis
offensive
Winston,
line
when he's had good passing games, he's still thrown like 2 or 3 interceptions.
Right.
So
But
it's just like you have to act. Even if you stick with him this year, you need to actively look for a quarterback.
Yeah. I don't. Well, I think this is maybe his extension year, which puts him in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Bad
'Cause
year
you're
to
not-
have to figure it out.
You're not
Yep.
going to re-sign him. Oh, this is
I believe this past year was.
well.
I think this offseason they have
Was
to
his
figure it
fifth
out.
year,
Yeah.
or is this going into his 5th year?
I think this was his 5th year.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
that's
be,
rough.
I could be
Because
wrong.
now you're going to have to either give him a new contract,
Yeah.
and you're not going to give him a 1-year deal.
I feel like you have to try and do that.
But I just
Yeah,
don't
he's
see
not
that
gonna
being
sign
accepted.
it.
Yeah.
No.
Because if they let him walk, somewhere's going to grab him. Miami would grab him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
I don't
wouldn't
think
be a
that's a
bad
bad
thing.
idea.
No.
I think we're going to see Flacco in Miami, which I love. The
I think
idea
so
of,
too. I really
That's
think
a
he's going
great. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd want to go to the Bucks.
there.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing with the Bucks is like again, you know their D's set up.
You
Their
know, their
D's ready to
their
go.
D's set up, and they have great wide receivers
Yeah.
too. So if you can get Jameis playing on like a
And, like,
decent
fuck
level
it,
and
who
get him to
wouldn't
cut
wanna-
down on his turnovers,
It would be cool to be the person who went there, and I mean, the
Fixed
same
it.
for you guys, Browns and Jets. You know, like Browns and Jets have been at the bottom
Yeah.
of the barrel for how
Same
long?
with the Bucks. All 3
Yeah.
teams have.
Yeah, it'd be cool to like. That's way cooler than going to fucking
And I think-
the Packers.
But like
Exactly.
the thing with the Packers is obviously there's going to be a lot of appeal just because Aaron Rodgers is there and he doesn't have a coach right now. But it's just like you have so much to fix there.
yeah, there's so much
Defensively-
deeper than just.
Defensively, all you have is a pass rush.
And you also
That's
have
it.
to worry about Aaron Rodgers too.
The
Yeah.
Broncos
'Cause, I
would
mean,
probably top my list if John Elway wasn't the
Well,
GM.
the problem
Yeah.
with the problem with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers is the fact that he has no offensive line.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing with Seattle, but Russ is a freak, and
Yeah.
people are never going to
And
give
he
him
makes it
credit.
work. yeah.
Rodgers was, and he made
Yeah.
it work for a while, and he's older and banged up,
And he
can't
just
do
had a
that.
huge knee injury and was on.
And the injuries happen to
Yeah.
guys who have to run like that
Yeah.
all the time.
And
Russ is
also,
going to
he
have that.
didn't have the
eventually.
best play calling.
That's
So
it.
hopefully that.
Well, just the drama in
Yeah.
the locker room.
Well, that's not even true. Mike McCarthy barely got the play call because Rodgers would just change it.
Yeah.
A lot of dysfunction in that locker room.
But again, yeah, drama in the locker room.
Because at the end of the day, Rodgers isn't an offensive coordinator.
No.
He shouldn't be calling the plays the
No.
whole game. That's not going to win you games.
But Mike
A-Rod.
McCarthy's also the type of guy that whenever things were going well, he left them alone. As soon as there was a bad play call, as soon as they lost a bad game, he went, "Oh yeah, I'm calling offensive plays now."
Yeah.
So it's just like if you're gonna hire these guys, let them do their job.
You think Joe Philbin's going to get questions at all, or no? He took over as interim head coach and got shut out by the
I don't
Lions,
think so.
31
Yeah.
to 0.
I don't think so.
No one's picking him up, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe he'll go back to Miami. They're open.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
somebody. I wonder if they have a London game next year.
Leave them in there.
Producer Pops publicly said if Rex Ryan gets hired, Dolphins, he's done with you.
Yeah. And dude, the amount of Dolphin stuff in this house.
Sign Dan
Yeah,
Marino
there's-
football.
And it's a
Everything.
very real possibility.
Yeah.
If he
Tell
had
me,
the-
tell me you'd be shocked
What do you think
I
he
wouldn't.
breaks
I think
first?
that's
if
the-
you got the
I-
notification.
What
Rex
do you-
Ryan hired.
I think he
if
breaks.
we're at work and that notification comes through, I'm fully expecting him to be like, "Yeah, I got to go home. Lock the door, leave."
And do you think he breaks
come
that
home,
first?
and just fucking
The guy with a
shatter it?
visor on his computer desk,
Quite possibly.
I hope not. That was a Christmas.
Then he'll be a
present for me.
football free agent.
and he chucks it.
He'll,
he
he'll be
chucks it
looking
at
for
the,
a team.
He chucks it at the door.
Jets
over there.
Nation will always welcome you.
He would not do that.
The Coke bottle's going first.
Oh, is it?
Are you gonna drink it?
How funny
Producer
would it
Pops
be?
has a 27-year-old Coke bottle.
Because he hates the Jets more than he hates the Patriots. How funny would it be if he became a Jets fan? Him and Fireman Ed getting a picture together.
I hope we don't see Rex Ryan end up there.
Producer Pops
Do you
upstairs.
if you're in Producer Pops' foot, like his shoes, are you kind of hoping Rex Ryan gives you a reason to move on from this shit team finally? Because you're like, it's been 40 years.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when he gets the notification at work, he's going, yes. But when you walk in his office, he's going, I can't believe they hired Rex Ryan.
And he's hopping on Amazon. He's going, Drew Brees jersey. That's his favorite quarterback. He'd finally get to
Yeah.
root for a team that wins games.
Well, and he's hated Miami. Like, he's had this buried hatred for Miami since they passed up on Drew Brees. Since he said he
Yeah.
wanted to go to Miami as a free agent, and they just needed to offer him the money, and they refused to give him the money.
Look, I just hope they hire him before the Saints go to the Super Bowl so he could see his team win the Super Bowl this year.
Especially if
man.
it's a Colts Saints Super Bowl.
Yeah, he'll be on edge.
That'd
Then
be
when
intense,
Then when
yeah.
they kick the onsides.
And I cry.
I hope he gets all the same like Dolphins things, like in Saints versions. Of them. Like that'd be so
that
funny.
football he brings to get signed by Drew Brees.
Just on the other side.
That'd be
Like,
so cool.
He draws an X through the Dan Marino signature.
I'm just gonna paint everything.
Yeah.
Does he have to change his kids' names since they're all named after famous Dolphins?
Yeah, the younger two really are.
What's Zach?
That sucks for Dan.
Zach becomes Drew.
Who's Dan?
Dan Marino.
No, but what do you mean?
None of the kids are named
Your
after-
younger brother Dan, dude.
No, it's Zach and Taylor.
Yeah.
Zach becomes Drew, and Taylor becomes Alvin.
No, Michael.
No. Minka.
No, oh God, who's the guy with the cell phone?
Joe Horn.
Joe.
Oh, yeah.
It becomes Horn.
Horn. Horn.
Darren. So he becomes Darren Sharper, the rapist.
Yeah.
Or Reggie Bush.
Oh yeah.
Or she just
not a
called
bad name.
or Peyton for Sean Payton.
No, we're just gonna start calling her Reggie.
Reggie. Yeah.
Because Peyton could go off as the girl's name.
Yeah, we can name her after the hamster Reggie, though.
I don't know if they want to switch their names, but I guess they're gonna have to.
No, I mean, if he changes his favorite team, they have to. It's not a choice. The government gets it, though.
They do. They'll give him the free pass. They're sick of Rex Ryan too, and they're all Dolphins fans. And
They
they're
go,
like, it's
nope.
been 40
Yeah.
years.
Like, remember when we used to be good? And all Dolphins fans go, no, we don't.
No.
They go,
No,
remember that?
because they weren't born.
They go, do you remember when we went 11-5 that one year, made it to the playoffs, and lost to the Steelers? And they go, yeah.
And then remember when we went. And then remember when we went 10-6 that one year, made it to the playoffs and lost to the Steelers.
And they go, yeah.
That was only a couple of years ago, and things looked so bright. 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We were on a
They're
cruise
like,
ship.
oh, they're a year
No,
away.
we were in a hotel when that game went down. That was before. I think that was right when we got off the boat.
I watched them lose a playoff game when they were in their handicap room. And I walked in, they were down like 31-10, and I go, because he was sitting watching the game, and I just left.
Oh, was that playoff game?
I left because I go, I can't, I'm not going to sit here with him.
That was against the Ravens.
Was it the Ravens?
When was that? Why do they always make the playoffs and just fucking lose?
To the north.
to the NFC
Why
North.
does no one talk
AFC
about
North.
the fact that they're kind of
Oh,
Marvin
AFC
Lewis's
North, yeah.
Bengals too? Like, they're mediocre, but no one brings up that they just keep losing playoff games.
Let's go, Rexy Ryan. Lots of feet, lots of open feet
No,
in
the
Miami.
reason they don't talk about it is because they don't get to as many playoff games.
And
So it gets
the Falcons fired offensive coordinator Steve
Everything.
Sarkisian, defensive coordinator, don't know his name, and their special teams coach. Dan Quinn's taking over as D coordinator.
He's taking over as everything, dude. He's just coach.
Do you think
Dan
Lincoln
Quinn.
Riley comes up from college anytime soon?
I think there's a lot of coaches that have a potential to come up. Lincoln Riley, they've talked about.
Nick
There's
Saban. Dolphins are
No.
open.
not again.
let's give it a round 2.
Cliff Kingsbury could come up.
He's meeting with the Dolphins too. Dolphins and Jets.
Again, I
right?
told you I wouldn't
Yep.
be surprised if he signed with either one of those teams, because he's supposed to have like a brilliant mind, but again, I don't. Head coaches to college coaches straight to head coaching positions scare me sometimes, because again, Nick Saban, probably best college coach of all time in
You
the
just
NFL.
never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
It's so different.
or you
Chip
get
Kelly
you get a Jim Harbaugh.
or Chip Kelly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just like a lot of people.
Why are these teams calling Jim Harbaugh right now?
They are, but he's just not interested in leaving.
Not answering the call.
John Harbaugh. There's talks of him being traded,
He just got
and they're
the
making
extension.
a playoff run. Yeah, but they're still talking about like teams trying to trade for him.
You can trade your head coach.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
know you could do that.
happened. Fuck, who's?
It's like how the UFC and ONE FC traded. Like nobody knew it could happen until it happens.
What can you trade? Like you can trade players for a head coach,
Let's see.
or is it like Snickers? I'll give you 6 Snickers and $10 for your head coach, and they go, "Damn, that's a lot of
They go,
Snickers."
make it 11. You got a deal.
And they go, 11
Let's see.
Snickers,
5
$10.
coaches who were traded in the NFL. Bill Belichick got traded from the Jets to New England.
Good
Oh,
trade.
yeah.
You guys probably made
Ready?
out.
Oh my god!
yeah, we did. Because we got Eric Mangini.
2 weeks later, he signed with the Patriots, and the Jets demanded compensation. The NFL commissioner awarded the Jets the Patriots' first-round pick in 2000 and a 4th and 7th-round pick in 2001. Oh, that cut
Yay!
it, huh? Oh, but the Patriots got the Jets' 5th and 7th-round picks.
I want to know who the Jets drafted with
John
those draft
Gruden
picks.
was traded from the Raiders to Tampa Bay.
That was a trade.
Herm Edwards traded from New York Jets to Kansas City.
Jets are trading coaches.
You know
like,
what's funny?
Mike Holmgren from the Packers to the Seahawks,
But-
and the 5th one on here is Bill Parcells from New England to the Jets.
The John Gruden trade. What's funny about that is it just solidifies the fact that Tony Dungy built that team.
That nobody wants John Gruden.
Yeah.
Like
Even the Raiders at one
does.
point didn't want him.
And the Bucks kind of went, man, he's probably the only option.
They go, all
I
right,
feel
John,
like,
come
I
on
feel like
in.
no one was just taking shots at every college coach or every Patriots
And
coordinator.
John
back
Gruden
then.
loved that team because Warren Sapp was there still. And he's like, I love guys who shit
He's
their
still
pants.
trying to get him back, probably.
Yeah.
That's. I feel like now the best route to go in the NFL is just to be a Patriots coordinator.
Did you
and
guys-
you're going to get hired.
Did you
Yeah.
guys laugh what I said about John Gruden and Nick Bosa?
I have no clue what the fuck you're
When
talking
John
about.
me
Gruden said
either.
he's going to draft Nick Bosa because he thinks he's got a He's smart in between here or whatever.
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, see? Probably.
He's not going to get the chance.
Who
to
knows?
draft him, though.
Yeah.
He's
He's trying to trade
he's
up.
going.
You know it.
He's going to be. He's
A
going to be
49er.
gone first. No, I hope not.
So besides
him
head
out of
coaching jobs and everything that's open, AB today.
AB going to San Francisco.
How crazy is that?
Breaking news.
Him and George Kittle, best buds.
I hope he goes to San Francisco.
They're gonna play Fortnite
Kyle
together.
Shanahan would have so many weapons to play with.
Yeah, and
He's a genius
that's
offensive
not what you wanna
mind.
I mean,
And
look
would
what he
have
had.
Antonio Brown, George Kittle, Kyle Juszczyk, Jerick McKinnon, Marquise Goodwin, even Matt Breida now.
Look what he did
Jimmy
with.
G.
Look what he did with Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Tevin Coleman, and Devonta Freeman.
Well, I mean, those two running backs are great.
I know,
but what
I'm
one
saying-
of the best receivers ever.
But what I'm saying is like he had that many weapons. But look at the offense this year compared to last
Well,
time.
yeah,
Kyle
he was
Shanahan
doing
there.
that without a Kyle Juszczyk level tight
Yeah.
end, and without or Kyle Juszczyk level fullback, and without a George
Yeah.
Kittle tight end. And AB
Well, now too,
is on the same level as Julio.
he's also able to run
Yeah.
his full style offense here because he's always wanted that fullback in there. He loves it. So
I doubt it happens, but I'm gonna hope every day until it's officially no.
well, they're trading their number 1 draft pick and George Kittle for him.
No, they can't do that. They can trade, if they traded their first and second round draft pick, I would.
That's
not
not a
be
bad
upset.
trade.
No, that's a great trade.
Like, yeah, you need help on the edge rush, but if they get somebody like AB,
Yeah, exactly.
do they really need to slow
Yeah.
teams down?
Because you can
No.
go, scored 50 on you, figure it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the kind of Chiefs thing where it's like they're gonna make a run.
They have to, right?
Dude,
Like,
imagine if they came out as explosive as the Chiefs and the two of them met in the Super Bowl.
That'd
But what
be
if this
insane.
backfires like the OJ Simpson
Yeah.
or OJ Simpson trade did,
Yeah.
and then
Where you give
and then,
2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, 2 third rounds,
and then 30 years later, people go, "Why the fuck did they do that
and OJ kills someone.
Yep.
again?"
Not OJ, AB kills someone.
Yeah, no, he kills someone again.
Guys with initials always kill each other.
Yeah.
Can never
Not-
trust them.
Not a great look.
Huh, CW.
The TV station.
C-dubs.
C-dubs.
All these heads move except for Marcus Mariota. Nick, do you want to take us into the MMA card?
Right in the MMA card, UFC 232 is this weekend. I want to start off right on the Fight Pass prelims. Timothy, your guy, Uriah Hall, getting it
Got
done,
it done.
with
So
Bevin
nice.
Lewis.
He killed Bevin Lewis.
I still don't know where he landed that punch.
Somewhere on the head.
Was it in the head or to the body?
I think it was in the head.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because
and-
he went limp as fuck.
And he
Yeah.
also went,
dropped like potatoes.
but the way he was standing
Like a
when he
sack
got
of
hit was
potatoes.
so weird.
Yeah, he bodied
Because his
him.
chin was tucked into his belly button.
But when he hit him with that, you go, "Oh, this is what we're used to. This is
I
how hard
hate when
he hits."
Uriah Hall has performances like that.
Yeah.
And then he loses his next fight to
to
someone
somebody
decent.
to somebody with no name again,
He
or
loses-
with no name, yeah.
Or he loses to Anderson Silva.
just to lose to somebody.
Or
there's
he'll
no
rack
reason
up
to
a
lose
string
to.
of these impressive wins,
Yeah.
then gets a decent guy and loses.
Like
and
he could
and
be.
he doesn't lose. He doesn't lose, and you go, he was just outclassed. You go, why didn't he do his thing there?
Yeah, exactly.
He could be the best fighter in that division if he fought like he's able to.
There's
But it
always
seems
something
like-
holding him back.
Yeah.
And
It
when
seems
there's
like
not,
that
he fights
spotlight,
amazing.
Like when we watch that Ultimate Fighter finale, when that spotlight gets on in that real primetime type stage, he just seems to fucking shut off like Kirk Cousins.
He has
Yeah.
That type of thing.
he
Andy
has
Dalton.
every physical skill. He has every physical skill to be a great fighter
Yeah.
in the UFC.
He's
Just
so
something
talented.
mentally. And then his post-fight speech was amazing, talking about how he did that fight for his
Yeah.
sister with depression. It was awesome. I think he just needs motivation like that.
Yeah.
Like I think when he's motivated, it's
When he's
totally
fired
different.
up, yeah.
When he's not fighting to just fight, when he's fighting for someone, it's
It's a different
something
ballgame.
that
Yeah.
happens to him.
Like when he was on the Ultimate
When
Fighter,
he-
he was
yeah.
fighting to get a contract.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he was the scariest dude.
And like fighting
house.
for the belt clearly isn't enough for him.
no.
Like with that belt in the final goal.
So he needs some smoking
External
hot
me-
babe
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
He's like,
Bingo.
oh,
yeah.
you win this
He
yeah.
was just going.
with the belt. He's gonna win it then. Ryan Hall submitted BJ Penn.
Yep, that's where I was
steal
going
that
to
one,
next.
but
Yeah, heel hook.
That was
That
quick.
was
First
nice.
round.
Yeah.
That was a quick little.
Now, do you think that was the first time BJ Penn ever saw heel hook?
I don't
Maybe.
Because he did
Maybe.
jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
so long ago that he
Yep.
went, no sambo.
Know. That's crazy though.
Yeah. Was it though?
Shows where BJ Penn's at. You know.
Yeah.
Well, no, like it's not crazy and it makes sense, but like when we all sat here, we're like, well, I don't see him getting finished because
Yeah.
he should have
Or
the
if he
jiu-jitsu
did,
to
we
stop
also
it.
said if he did get finished, it would be later in the fight.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
he's beaten up a little
we,
bit.
can't, we didn't really expect him
Not
to just
like-
come in and just get out jiu-jitsu that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
it was very quick. He
Yeah. Come to find out, there's a huge difference in jiu-jitsu.
Well, that's the thing. If these two competed in a strict jiu-jitsu competition, Ryan Hall still fucking submits him quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's all that was. It's not like there's a lot of
It's
punches.
not like he beat the fuck out
No,
of him.
that's
and caught
the
him
thing.
in
It's not like he landed
Said
a crazy
if
head
it
kick.
did stay on the feet, the only thing we were concerned about was Ryan Hall's wrestling, and he didn't need it. He just rolled underneath him.
Now, do you
good.
think...
Dude is so good.
Again, do you
Yeah.
think Ryan Hall, even against the rest of the division, can do shit like that?
No,
No.
not until his wrestling's
It's
up there.
so, like,
It's going to be one of those Damian Maya things.
the whole leg locking
But
thing.
even Damian Maya got a chance at the title, you know?
But I mean, like,
Just using
early
his straight
Damian Maya
jiu-jitsu.
where he
I
just
know,
didn't go far.
the whole, there's always a limit on that, at least so far. The whole leg locking thing, especially, like, right now, it's not there yet. Everyone
Yeah.
loves to say that it's the next thing, but they need...
It's never going
They're
to be...
lacking something, because there's always a way for people to just pull their
And
leg
not
out.
only that,
For now.
because if you're warming up...
Remember when
enough,
Husamir Palhares was around and
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, no one's going to be able to stop
They
that
don't
until
talk
someone
about
did."
him.
But it's also...
yeah.
It's also one of those things when those heel hooks, they work and everything until you come in super sweaty.
Yeah,
And
you
then
come
you
in
get
super
and even
sweaty.
then you can still get caught in them, but it's not this.
Yeah.
It's not this end all be all.
But everybody
And
knows
also,
how to
you
get out
have
of
to have something else. He doesn't yet.
Yeah.
and he can't wrestle.
That's not to say that like he won't beat a lot of people, because I think like it's at such a high level where he can catch almost anybody. But will he do that against the top
Exactly.
guys?
And
I don't think so.
He can't wrestle at the level to keep that consistent right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's something he can obviously fix. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
gonna
he's
take time.
also he's a young guy too. It's not
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah,
old.
no, I'm not.
He just came in.
concerned for him
He
at
came in
all,
as a
but-
jiu-jitsu superstar.
Yeah,
Also on this card we had Megan Anderson. I guess she won. She got a TKO.
Yeah, we were
over
wrong
Kat
about this.
Zingano.
I guess she
were
got
they,
her
though?
toenail in her eye.
Did
or
you
something
see
like
it?
that.
Dude, the toe literally went in her eye and then cut here
Her
on
cornea,
her.
yeah.
It cut here on her
Yeah, it's
eyelid.
disgusting.
So they had this. Well, I mean, as soon as it happened, Kat Zingano ran to the corner and like covered up her face, but like there's no coming back from it because the blood would have. It's in your eye, so it's just
Yeah.
gonna constantly go in your eye.
Yeah. I hope that.
So it's
doesn't
just one of
happen
those
to me.
things. First time it's ever that we've had a toe poke.
Yeah,
So it's just one of those things. Run it
That
back.
sucks that
Do it
she
again.
lost from that though. You know, like it should be
Exactly,
like a
run
no
it back.
contest.
yeah.
And she's still like she posted a picture today. She got the stitches on it. First off, imagine getting stitches on your
Oh,
eyelid.
that's got to be so painful.
And
Make 'em- Why didn't they make her clip her toes?
I don't know what. Like I don't
You
know.
should
if-
have to tape your toes.
I don't know
like,
about that.
over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, you should have to put those like little rubber caps that they have on them when you open up like a new box of pens. You have
And
to take
then
them
no
out.
one's
Yeah.
gonna. And no, because that's smart. Because then no one's gonna slip because there's more traction on their toes. I think
What
that'd
if
be a
they
great
fall
thing
off?
for the sport.
But it's just like this
Hey, come
happened.
on.
This has happened once,
true.
and it's just one of those freak accidents.
Yeah,
This is one of those things.
Ask Mike Winklejohn about it.
Just make them fight again. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mike Winklejohn had the same thing.
Yeah.
Went blind from it.
Yeah, that's crazy that the word "wink" is in his name and he fucking did that.
He's
happen.
blind in one
now
eye.
he's winking a lot
Yeah,
more,
He's
huh?
always winking. Full time winky.
It's just one of the bad luck. Let's
Yeah.
see it again some other
Oh,
time
yeah.
though.
Yep.
No way. Preparation beats luck. Cover your eyes.
Chris, you were wrong. Walt Harris won. He
Oh,
beat
yeah.
Andre Arlovsky. Timothy and I called this.
Arlovsky. It's Arlovsky.
It was a unanimous decision.
Big
Andre-
boy Walt Harris.
Andre's old.
I
Walt,
figured if Andre was going to get it done, it'd be a knockout. Other
Andre's-
than that, you know,
yeah, Andre's old. Walt's young.
Walt's
That's the
a-
story of that.
Yeah.
That's
Walt's
that
a
story.
Age
big
is a
bodied
powerful thing,
bully,
yeah.
You know, especially when you get the behemoths in there.
oh yeah,
Chad Mendes got outclassed.
Dude, did you see the Instagram picture he posted today? He got the shit kicked out of him and he looks so bad now.
Yeah, he got
Everything
outclassed.
is wrong with his face. Who
He
did he
got-
fight again?
Alexander
Volkanovski or
Yeah,
something,
Volkanovski.
He's undefeated, right? Or does he
Alexander
have one loss?
Volkanovski. I think he's got one loss. I think he's like 18-1 or something
Yeah.
like that.
He's good.
He's huge. Like
Oh,
when I
yeah.
saw him against across from Chad Mendes, he's way bigger than him. I never realized Chad Mendes isn't a super big 145er.
no, but he was,
He's getting a little old too.
That too, he's 34 years old.
yeah,
And I mean, Alexander Volkanovski, he's a top contender at 145, I think.
oh yeah, he
I
definitely
want to see him fight.
threw his name into the mix.
I mean,
Into the mix now.
he could get a fight with Brian Ortega after
Yeah.
a fight like Chad Mendes. Because
Absolutely.
everybody's saying Chad Mendes would have been next in line for the belt.
Yeah.
So, who do you think fights Max Holloway next?
He's
That's
talking about
tough.
going up to 155.
And I think that's what they
And
need
like
to
that's not a
pursue
terrible
first.
move
Yeah.
for him either. Because like at 145, unless like
So
Alexander
then what, would he vacate
Volkanovski comes out.
145?
I
'Cause
think
the
if-
double
no,
champ
because-
thing never fucking stays.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Well, no.
soon Aldo's fighting Hanato Moicano. If Moicano wins,
Yeah.
I think that's the next guy for
He's
Holloway.
not. Yeah, he's not.
If Aldo wins, he's not fighting Aldo
Yeah.
again. If Aldo wins, I think they'll do like Volkanovski versus Aldo.
yeah,
just
or
hope
something
Aldo
like
loses
that.
to somebody.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But what if he goes up to 155? He's going to defend both belts. That's his hope.
I think it's just one of those things. If he beats Khabib, I think he just vacates the 155 title.
Yeah, there's
Or
no
he
reason.
just,
to
or he just goes.
You mean he vacates 145?
No,
Stays at
I think he stays
155?
at 145.
Yeah,
So why would he go up?
just to prove that he's still
To
the
do it.
best in the
Yeah.
world. I think
The best is blessed.
Yeah.
baby.
I think at 155 he fights. If he fights Khabib and beats him, he either stays up there. He goes down to 145, redefends his belt, and just defends twice a year until somebody beats him at somewhere, and he stays in the
Yeah.
other weight class.
If he went up and beat Khabib, you have to
After
throw his
seeing
name
him-
into the mix of best
After
ever.
seeing him against Ortega, though, do you think he has a chance against Khabib?
Yeah,
My concern,
I
though,
think so.
is if he goes up and beats Khabib and say he hurts his knee or something, he's out for a year, then we get this bullshit where I hate the double champ thing for that reason, because then everyone's on hold because of one guy.
right. But I don't think that's
But that's
it.
not.
That hasn't happened yet. Besides Connor,
Yeah.
Connor's
Besides-
the one
yeah.
guy, and it wasn't
Well,
because he was.
DC hasn't defended.
No,
it.
he
Well,
did.
DC
He defended both belts.
he defended both, and then he said,
He beat-
"All right, well, like,
He went down, beat No Time, came up, beat Black Beast.
yeah,
So he's defended both belts. Just he gave up 205. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But
it's not like a permanent
the double
thing.
champ thing
Uh,
has now we have Amanda Nunes. We'll get into that too. It's like I think this double champs, if they fight twice a year,
It's not
it
the worst
works.
thing. Yeah,
If
But
they
it's
can
forced to fight.
routinely
and it's
fight
not the
twice a year,
biggest
I'm
deal
for
to
it.
vacate
Yeah.
a belt too.
Yeah, that too. I like belts mean shit now,
Yeah,
If
because
they-
we know who the best fighter is.
and we just want to see like for us too, knowing MMA. I mean, we're more interested in seeing like Dustin
matchups,
Poirier
yeah.
versus, even if it's not Khabib, Dustin Poirier versus just an
Dustin
amazing
Poirier
fight.
versus Khabib would be awesome.
Yeah, I think Dustin Poirier versus Tony Ferguson.
That
like
too.
that's
DP versus
that's
TF,
a fight.
yeah.
I think we're
Or Dustin Poirier, if he gets another chance at Conor McGregor, I'd love to see that.
or Dustin Poirier and
'Cause I
Nate
think
Diaz
Dustin
like it was
Poirier-
supposed to
yeah.
happen. Like
or Ally Quinta Khabib.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
that'd be fun again.
I like Quinta versus anyone in the
Al
top five
versus
now.
Dustin
This
Poirier.
guy's so much hard. I would like that.
That would be a
I
great
think Al
fight.
gets his ass beat by Dustin Poirier. I think Dustin Poirier is a worse fight for Al than Khabib.
Yeah.
I think Dustin Poirier
Maybe.
keeps
Yeah.
him
I think,
so at bay.
Yeah, because I think
There's
against
not-
Khabib,
Al
to
can
beat
tag him
Khabib,
and-
you have to tag him.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat him by staying
And
on the
Al-
outside and outstriking him. You're
And
gonna have to-
again, Al can wrestle enough to kind of hold the takedowns at bay, where Al won't be
But-
able to get in and tag Dustin
The
Poirier.
way-
Khabib, you kind of have to pot shot Khabib. Like you can't really like string
Yeah,
together
exactly.
combinations because he's gonna close the distance too fast, and that's what Al's great at. Like,
But when
Al's
Al
not a
fight-
huge combination guy.
But
like,
when
he'll-
Al fought Khabib, the way he was getting out of takedowns was the same way Max Holloway was getting out of takedowns against Brian Ortega, which is
Yeah,
why it
you
leads
just-
me to think that Max Holloway could have a chance against Khabib.
exactly.
What about like if Max Holloway came
'Cause
up
we still
and
haven't
beat
s-
Khabib, Holloway, Quinta? I wouldn't hate that.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be a badass fight.
Because
We were-
Max Holloway's still a
They would
big
go to
155
war,
or
dude.
two.
They would go to war.
We
with each
really
other.
haven't seen Khabib against like a real combination puncher, like
Yeah.
someone who can string together like
Yeah.
offense and put the pressure on. Like because Connor's not that kind of. I mean,
Connor
Connor's
has-
a pressure fighter, but he's not like. We don't say, "Oh, look at these 15 punch combinations."
No,
With
the
Max,
only
we
time
say
he's
like,
done
"Oh,
that-
when's he gonna stop?"
The only time Connor's done that was against Eddie Alvarez,
Exactly.
where he
And even then, it was kind of 4 shots.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
like, and they were
Yeah.
strung together perfectly, and that's all he
but
needed.
Dustin Poirier, all he does is land those beautiful
Yeah,
combinations.
and that's what Max does
Yeah.
too. So that's what I want to see.
But
Next
moving
for Khabib,
on,
anyway.
light heavyweight bout, your Latifi lost the decision to our boy Corey Anderson.
Saw
Yeah.
that. Good
Yeah.
for Corey. He was an
Corey's-
underdog coming into that too, and I forgot to bet on him.
He's next in line for the belt, right? I mean, who unless he fights Gustafsson?
Yeah, all I can think of
That's
is
not even
him.
the big fight I forgot to bet on.
I'm thinking either him or Anthony Smith.
Or
Those
him
are-
versus Anthony Smith,
Yeah,
you know?
fight.
Like,
And the winner of that fights for the belt.
Yeah.
I would like that, and I hope Corey Anderson goes in and beats Anthony Smith's ass.
and
That'd be awesome.
that's
I
one
like
of
that
the-
fight for Corey Anderson.
Corey Anderson won it exactly what we said he would. He avoided
yeah,
the power.
I
and
thought he
just
was going to get
outclassed him.
knocked out because I've seen him get.
Yeah. Well, we saw,
We've seen him get tagged by
Yeah, he
Jimmy
gets-
Manawa.
He gets hit.
and the thing with
Oh,
OSP,
OSP, yeah,
the
exactly.
thing with OSP is he outclassed him for 3 rounds, and
Yeah.
then just got hit with a head kick. But
Exactly.
against
That's why I
Latifi,
thought against-
against the guy who's
But he
hunting
proved
for
he
it.
could take the
Yeah.
shot and be able to like not get overwhelmed by that power. So I think he might be ready for that title shot.
At welterweight, we had Carlos Condit versus Michael Chiesa.
That was
Michael
crazy.
Chiesa looked amazing.
That was a crazy fight.
Yeah, Michael Chiesa looked great.
And Condit needs to hang him up.
Yep, that's exactly what I saw
Yeah.
from this. But it was a good introductory fight for
Yeah,
Chiesa to
'cause
170.
Condit had him in that armbar.
And how
in the
big
first round.
Yeah, how big did Chiesa look though?
He looked
good.
Dude, he
big.
put on, and he's just
Yeah.
gonna put on more and more weight to get to 170.
He looked awesome. And then
Yeah.
that Kimura was sick.
Oh
too.
yeah, That one-armed Kimura.
Yeah.
Where
He
that was
tucked it
amazing.
behind his back, and I was like, oh my god, that arm's gonna break.
This next fight took a total of 51 seconds. Chris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes.
Wow.
I was
that
the first one at this table to take
craziest thing.
Cyborg or to take Nunes.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I'm glad I sided with you
Now,
there.
we didn't take her at all, but we did say, everybody here at this table did say, if Nunes wins this fight, it's
I
down
took
the
her.
pipe.
I took her too.
No, dude, you definitely took Cyborg with me.
No. You can go back.
Oh,
I said
okay.
I'm gonna go with Amanda.
He was on the fence.
I was on
until
the
I
fence.
pulled the trigger,
Yeah.
and then he did that follower
So
thing.
he did just the weird thing where he follows somebody.
Well, no. I was on the fence, and I said I could either go the safe route. I said I could go the safe route with Nick over here, or I could take the
plus
road
200
less traveled.
dog
Yeah.
that I forgot to bet. Like I told you on
Yeah.
the phone the next day, I had it in my little bet slip on my bookie, and it just never hit confirm bet.
She, Amanda Nunes, exactly what we said. If she was going to win this fight, has to come right down the pipe, and that's
she did.
exactly what she did.
And she
Cyborg's striking is so impractical
And if
for
you
this
watch-
style of fighting.
If you watched Embedded, Nunes said, "I'm going to beat her by putting on the pressure." Came out, put the pressure on. Cyborg starts swinging like this right off the bat,
Yeah.
She just gets tagged.
and just tagged right down the
And
middle.
That's
Amanda
the thing,
Nunes
that
hits
forward
like a
pressure
truck.
that
She looked-
Amanda has.
She
is-
looked big.
What blows my
Yeah.
mind though is if you watch Cyborg like professional boxers,
She does well. Yeah.
it's not. She doesn't throw like this. She throws just right down the pipe like she should. As soon as she comes into MMA, she starts punching like
Well,
she
I
doesn't
think
know
it's
how
because
to.
tries
she's
to-
fighting these girls where like she's just trying to knock
Yeah.
them out because she can.
She big mans him, you
Yeah,
know? Like,
And- but
She
you
gets
can't
strongmans
big
them.
man.
You can't
Yeah, you
strongman
can't
Amanda
strongman Amanda Nunes. But like Cyborg got up 2 or 3 times, and then Amanda just hit the.
hey, is there anyone that Amanda
think that's the-
Nunes can't beat the fuck out of, though?
No.
No, I think that's the best thing for women's MMA right
Yeah.
now. To
She's
see a double champ and to do it like that
Yeah.
too. Because
Against
I mean,
this unbeatable woman.
it was incredible when Ronda was doing her thing and armbarring everybody. But the way she's knocking people out cold.
Well, and the
like
thing
people get hit by her and they just like have a different look
Yeah.
on their face.
Nunes too. When Ronda was on this tear, Nunes was climbing the ranks, beating people,
They
Yeah.
beat the shit out of
beating
Ronda.
them twice, before she got a chance at Ronda. The UFC has never marketed this girl. On top of being as good as she is, she's also gay, and
Yeah,
like that's
and
a huge untapped market. You're not like selling here.
Yeah, talk about that more.
Yeah,
because
and
like
just,
it's
like,
kind of cool.
Oh,
'cause-
not only that, her girlfriend is in the UFC.
Yeah, she's a
at
fighter,
115.
too.
Who is it?
and they're like training partners. I forget her name,
It's like,
but
I want to say it's like Nikita Arsenov or something like
But
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's something to back. It's like not even from like a personal standpoint, but from a financial alone. If you want
Exactly.
to look at it that way, that's something to back. That, like
Yeah.
you said, a whole
yeah,
untapped
you have
market.
this.
And,
Yeah,
and she's an awesome person.
The only thing too
she's
is
an awesome person, and her fighting style, you're never gonna.
No one
be
roots
bored
against
to
if
watch.
you watch the Amanda
Yeah.
Nunes when she first came to the UFC, broken English. Her English is fine now. She has an
Yeah,
accent.
her
that's
English
it.
is fine. She's funny.
She's amazing.
And then she's just
and she's a
kills
good person.
people. Yeah,
She's a good person outside the cage.
And I think the big thing with this fight that we saw is normally when Cyborg fights these people, anyone she fights, they get hit with one of those sideways punches and they kind of like back off and
Yeah, they
everything
back
stops.
off. 'Cause
from there,
Cyborg
and
does hit
Cyborg
hard.
capitalizes.
yeah.
This one, Amanda Nunes didn't give a fuck, dude.
No, she
was in
kept
there. She's like,
walking
"I'm
her
gonna
down."
kill you first."
Well, and
Yeah.
what was the most impressive is when Amanda Nunes smelt blood. Dude, when
Oh, yeah.
her and like knew she had.
Yeah, like something like snapped.
Yeah,
it looked like the Ronda thing all over again. Where
Dude,
once
it-
she has her rocked, something goes off and she turns into this machine.
it
dude.
looks
Exactly.
like she's the lioness, but it looks like a lion hunting a gazelle. Like when she hits somebody,
Yeah.
she's just she's going until it's
yeah.
dead.
When it's there, she's
Yeah.
And
it's done.
She capitalizes on every opportunity you give
It's
her.
weird to see her like her boxing too is so like
Yeah.
the angles she has with her punches are so crisp.
And everybody talks about how dangerous her jiu-jitsu is, and she hasn't used
We
it in how
haven't
long.
seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think the last time was against Misha Tate when she finished
Yeah,
it on
exactly.
the ground, but she did that because she was rocking her on the feet.
Exactly.
So
Like,
like
we haven't
and
seen
she's
her
beat-
have to fall
she's-
back on it yet.
yeah,
She's beaten all the like Ronda Rousey. People say was a great.
Yeah.
Misha
No,
Tate.
no, they didn't say great. They said she was unbeatable.
Yeah,
They
Misha
said
Tate.
Cyborg was unbeatable.
Misha Tate was top 5 female fighters of all time.
yeah.
Cyborg. 51
What's
seconds.
next? That's
Yeah.
that's the issue.
Like the only person has she
Holly
fought,
Holm.
Has she?
I
fought
think
Holly
that's no. I think that is what they're gonna try to do next.
Holm? At 145 or at 135.
Either or. And that's
Who
the thing. Like
cares?
both of them have fought
And
at
she
both
beats him at both. I feel like,
But
Or
I
she
think
beats her at both.
but I like Holly
Yeah.
Holm. I like her and Holly Holm
to go
better than
the
any other
distance.
match she's ever had.
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
Holly Holm
can strike.
she stays on the outside.
yeah.
Holly Holm is not going to come in.
But
and
is this a chance?
give
do
you that
think?
opportunity?
Is this a chance where we could see Nunes take it to the ground
We could.
and
Yeah.
submit her?
Yeah.
I
And then
hope
we
so.
just- and then
I
when
think
she
that's the
submits
game
Holly
plan.
Holm, we go, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, At
And
that point, it
retire.
sucks because what do you do?
Retire so other people
And the
can
only
win
way
now.
Holly Holm wins is Amanda Nunes makes a dumb mistake, gets caught with a head kick, and that just finishes the fight.
Yeah.
It's just, at the same time, I could see Holly Holm landing that head kick because we've seen her do it so many times to so many girls.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
She
Amanda
sets it
Nunes-
up so well.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes is also so smart at not letting you do that. She doesn't
doesn't
give you
give
opportunities.
anything.
No, not at all.
Because if she was going to lose fights, you gotta remember she fought Valentina Shevchenko twice.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the only other
Amazing
person I
striker.
could think of who,
Yeah.
and those were close fights, but she won both of them.
Yeah.
You can't really argue it.
Yeah.
She got her hand raised both times.
Split decisions, but still, it's like one of those things where you went, I guess it could go the other way, but Amanda Nunes won this.
Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, like if it
argue
went the
Yeah.
other way, you wouldn't throw a fit.
Well, in the
but
first,
it made more sense.
in the first one, you kind of go, okay, Amanda won, but if
It went 2 more
if
rounds.
then Shevchenko would get it.
Yeah.
Shevchenko had the opportunity,
Yeah,
and
and
then
didn't
it just
didn't capitalize.
No, didn't capitalize. So
I mean, greatest female fighter ever, hands
you
down.
have to say that now.
Hands down.
She's beaten everybody.
Because everybody that was unbeatable, I guess Ronda wasn't. They still were giving her unbeatable after losing to Holly Holm, which
yeah,
made
'cause
no
everyone
sense.
marked it
Yeah.
up as a fluke, even though
'Cause-
she got outclassed.
I know,
dude.
yeah.
It wasn't a fluke.
But
head
then
kick.
people try to take away from Amanda, saying, "Oh, that's not the same
Yeah.
Ronda." But then now there's no doubting
But-
that she's the best female.
Because
So-
it doesn't matter if that's the same Ronda or not.
No, it has
that
no-
was,
no-
That
yeah.
was the. I remember that's the only time I think I've watched a fight, and I don't root for these. I don't root for anyone to get injured in a fight. And like when people are taking trauma to the head, it's a thing that you watch and you go, oh, that's not good for them. But that fight, I audibly laughed at because it looked like she had no place being in
Yeah.
the ring with her.
and she was this touted.
But
Like,
with Holly
it was
Holm
just so
too,
unexpected.
Yeah.
I knew Holly Holm was going to be the Ronda killer. I called it when she was in another promotion.
Yeah,
and then she came into the UFC and lost, and I was like, if she gets a chance at Ronda, she's going to kill her.
The reason it was so tough to like side with you there was because of the way she looked before she fought
Exactly.
Ronda, and then
The style was
it
perfect.
just
Yeah.
came out. Yeah, it looked like she was saving
And
that
I still
for that fight.
like Holly Holm's knockout of Ronda more than I like Amanda Nunes.
Oh, no, man,
Yeah.
dude.
No, dude,
That
I
was
love
so
the
I don't know. The Amanda one was
because it got
so
stopped
cool.
standing. But I love her like missing that takedown and then
was
turning
beautiful.
around and just getting caught with a
Yeah.
kick.
It was a beautiful.
both were beautiful
counter.
knockouts.
I just think the Amanda Nunes one was. It's like when. It had to be like when the walls of Theodosius finally caved, man.
Oh,
And
here we
everything just pours in.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, that's insane. Because it was done.
Yeah.
That was her career.
Well, no, it probably would have been a lot better if she listened to her head coach.
Yeah,
Head movement.
Head movement. That's
Yeah.
all she needed, really.
Yeah,
But,
probably would have dug her out of that one.
John Jones, king, greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wow.
Yep. First one was a split decision. This time, John Jones won.
DC's not going to fight him, right?
No,
He's going,
no.
retirement sounds
Well, did you?
good.
He's called DC a bitch because he vacated the title instead of losing
Well,
the title.
And said,
He wasn't
Daddy's
even.
home.
Yeah, he just said Daddy's home, and he's like,
Well, he said it before the fight. He said you're a bitch for vacating your title and not defending your title against me.
yeah, but also like,
I wouldn't want to.
No,
No,
No.
not worth it. You beat,
and I don't
you
think
beat
he
my
did
ass
that with the
twice.
sole intention to avoid John Jones.
I feel like
I think
feel
he
like
did
might
too.
have. He
I
might have.
feel like it could
think
be a
he
lot of.
did.
I think we see that fight one more time though.
because DC goes, I could go down as one of the great. Well, I could go down as the greatest of all time right now because he beats Stipe, who's the greatest heavyweight.
Yeah,
And if they
Technically,
don't
it's
fight John Jones again,
Yeah.
then it's like people are gonna be like, "Well, he was cheating," and it's easy
Yeah,
to play
exactly.
that off.
Yeah.
But if John Jones comes in again, passes a drug test, and just outclasses DC like he has twice,
Yeah.
then people are gonna think less of him. And I don't think they should think less of DC if he came in and lost to John
Now
Jones
I
again, but
should
people
wait.
would.
I should wait 8 more days because the final drug test is 10 days after the fight.
yeah.
But I'm gonna say it right now.
We got
Fuck
one more
everybody
shot.
who said John Jones cheated. This fight. Because everybody's
Yeah.
going, oh, his tests, blah, blah, blah.
Just do the slightest bit of research.
Yeah, just look into it.
All it should take is to know that like he did not test positive for the drug again. Tested positive for a metabolite of the drug, which is just something that means like
And that they're
the
saying,
drug was getting broken
Well, the
down
problem
in the
with that,
system.
the problem with that is the people just that are getting their news from other people. No one's
Yeah.
saying that. Everyone's
big-
saying he tested positive for
Yeah,
a small
exactly.
amount. They're
and the
not
biggest
saying,
problem is, too, is with this is that the scientists who are doing this go, we think this is what's happening,
yeah,
but we don't have
know.
the studies
Yeah,
because this stuff is so illegal that no country will let you do research
yeah
on
exactly.
humans
It's
with
not.
Unlike the
and-
first problem with that, John Jones don't put that in you.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I think it was-
But they're still. Well, I
think
guess
it-
like one of the top guys like
It came from
had
Booger
their
Sugar.
interview with him. They did a polygraph test, and they after his conclusion, he said he did not think that John Jones
Yeah.
took it intentionally.
But I think it came from the booger sugar.
Yeah.
he's got to stop doing
Very
coke
well
and
could've.
Yeah.
crashing the
Yeah,
pregnant
don't
women.
do that.
And
make better life choices.
I
don't
hope he
get
stays.
DWIs. And
That's what they
nonsense.
said. They said his lifestyle choices are definitely questionable, but they don't think he willingly.
I hope he stays on the right path, and we get to keep seeing him do this.
Now, how
about
long,
the performance
How long
itself,
is he at light heavyweight though?
I
I think he goes
Until he gets the
I
chance
don't
to
know.
fight DC at heavyweight.
I think before 2019 ends, he's at heavyweight.
So you think he fights once more light heavy?
Yeah,
Was
Corey
that
Anderson
for,
maybe
like
or,
April.
Was that for the belt?
Yeah, he won the
Oh,
belt.
so that
He's
was
back.
the belt. I can
That's why
remember.
Daddy's home.
Yeah,
I just kind of
Oh,
even
dude,
if
it would
it
have
wasn't.
been so better if it wasn't for the belt and he said Daddy's
That's
home.
what I mean. Even if it wasn't, like he is home. Like it
he
is.
is. Yeah, 'cause
You can
everyone
put
knows.
that belt on whoever you want, and anyone he fights there is going to hand it.
Anybody
to him
who's
at
the
end
belt
of
holder's gone.
the night. Yeah, I'm retiring.
It's like
They
it's
get
kind
it.
of like Jermaine Durandamy and Cyborg.
Yeah.
just didn't want to fight her. So
Or it's
Yeah.
kind of it's kind of like DC
yeah,
vacating.
yeah.
I
not
think
fighting.
we're gonna see that fight one more time.
DC.
I-
DC
Heavyweight?
and John Jones.
I think it's
don't
a
know
heavyweight.
yet. It could be.
Dude, John Jones
But-
at heavyweight would be fucking.
But what I could
so
also
scary.
see, so coming up is Kane and Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Kane could, if Kane wins that fight, John Jones.
Dude, imagine.
I'd love that.
Imagine John Jones, Francis Ngannou. That'd be fucking so scary to watch.
That'd be insane.
Do you think John Jones? You know how before every training camp he always has a belly. Do you think
Yeah.
he has that belly? At
I don't know. I hope
like
so.
that skinny ass
Yeah.
frame and that little like it
That-
looks
that
so
tum-tum.
bad. He's got
and
a
there,
tum-tum.
but like, he's like doing all the work, so he's got little abs on it, but it's still like protruding.
He's
Think
like, I'm
he
a
could beat
heavyweight.
Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he bullies
beats
Francis
everyone,
wherever he
beats
wants.
every single person at heavyweight. If he goes against Brock Lesnar, he picks Brock Lesnar up and slams him.
I think he'd beat the fuck out of Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
What's different between
Well,
Brock
'cause
Lesnar and Francis Ngannou?
I feel like Francis is more deadly on the feet.
I think
The
Brock
only one I'd
Lesnar
be-
beats Francis Ngannou.
The only one I'd be
Really?
like kind of inclined to see would
I
be
think he
John
just
Jones
takes him
versus
down.
Stipe.
Exactly.
John Jones versus Stipe would be fun.
I
John
think he
Jones,
beats you.
Stipe-
I think Cain
I think he still
Velasquez
beats him, but
is
I think
a bad
that's a
fight for
fun
John
matchup.
Jones.
That's what
I
I
think
was
that's
saying.
a hard
John
fight.
Cain
Jones-
Velasquez would be a good matchup
John Jones,
too.
Kane, John Jones, Stipe.
Stipe.
And the only other fight I wouldn't mind seeing at heavyweight is John Jones, DC.
Yeah,
Because I want to see them fight at heavyweight where DC is undefeated. He's looked phenomenal his whole career at heavyweight.
and he packs way more power.
Exactly. So let's see him at heavyweight. I do not mind seeing that again.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I'm going to take a minute to talk about some of our friends.
Oh, where you didn't cash in this weekend.
I did. I had a great weekend.
No, well, not in MMA.
Oh, not in MMA. But this is probably one of the best weekends I've had in a while. If the Titans won, it's a different weekend.
While you
but-
do ad read, I'm actually going to check bets.
All right, Nick. Obviously, people listening are here for some game picks and tips for this weekend of betting. Obviously. Unfortunately, there's not too many weekends left as we're in the playoffs, and that's a devastating thing. But
Basketball,
we'll keep coming
baby.
at you with other sports. We'll figure it out as we go. Usually people tune in to figure out what team will win or if they'll cover the spread. The truth is, we don't really know who's going to win, and we can only give our best guesses. If you're listening to this and you trust us or think you know, you've got to check out MyBookie. Chris, remember, who you're betting on is just as important as who you're betting with. This is why we use MyBookie and personally recommend them to anyone looking to get into the game. This website is our real best bet of the season. They've been around for years, are easy to use, and they have all sorts of betting action available. In-game lines, live betting, and even the ability to bet the over-under on fantasy points a player will score in each game. Join MyBookie now, and with our promo code, they will match 50% of your first deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $1,000.
Speaking of my bookie, Unanimous Gambler, he got us today. He works
Yeah.
for my bookie. He got our money.
But at the same time, he wasn't far.
I know.
He wasn't far off. He was
But
half a point off from
Texas is down 20-7 to
he was
Georgia.
half a point off from the
Oh,
UCF
Texas is up 20-7.
LSU game, and it is only halftime. Georgia could come out below the lid off.
They could, but it's just like it seems like they're getting outplayed completely.
Could just been bad first half. We haven't seen it.
Nah, we
I
have
might-
-5.
And I would probably bet Georgia on the money line, depending on the live odds right there.
Want me to look them up?
Yeah.
Chris, have Chris do the math so I can look this up.
No, we can skip the math. 50% of your initial deposit. So if you throw in $500, you're getting $250. You got $750 to play with. Head over to mybookie.ag. That's mybookie.ag and enter promo code DORK when creating your account.
Plus 114.
To take them out. That's not worth it. To take them up on this exclusive offer. Mybookie.ag. You play,
You win.
Chris.
You get paid.
There you go. That's money in the bank.
Now,
Bright side there. If that's at plus 114, that means they think
Yeah.
Georgia's going to come back.
But
and
what
win.
I'm saying is like my bookie had to love that ad read, right? You were doing the ad read. I was checking my bookie's website for odds.
And I was sitting here
And then
idling.
I told you plus 114. You went, my bookie needs to give me better odds.
They do.
That may be our best ad read for them.
The parlay that Anonymous Gambler put out earlier,
Was so
which
accurate.
is the headlines maker for my bookie. Give his Twitter a follow, I guess. I'll show.
He's so funny.
I don't remember what it is on there. Is it just at Anonymous Gambler?
Anonymous Gambler.
But he'll give out like just randomly
Yeah.
different parlays and bets that he likes.
That like always hit.
And again, he sets these lines, so you know he likes, obviously, the lines, and he thinks they're perfect. He put a parlay out earlier with a bunch of different college games. One of the lines was UCF plus 7.5 against LSU. Central Florida lost by 8. Don't be good at setting the lines, and we can win that one.
Give us plus 8.5.
Yeah, different game. But and that's on me. I should have bought the half point. Should have bought the hook there, but I didn't.
If we just teased his bet, probably. No, because Georgia's still
That's
minus
the teaser we
5.
have going right now. Yeah, Georgia's
Yeah.
down to -5. That's the last leg of that.
Oh, and he had
I'll cover for the
Wisconsin
week.
money line, so yikes.
Washington.
Oh, yeah, Washington, yeah.
That being said, let's go Georgia. Come back.
Yeah, let's get this.
Let's see this
Get
game.
the spread.
25-20. If they win 23-20, I'm gonna throw
Let's
a chair
eat.
through the window.
Let's see.
I guess. Nick, we're about to get into your word of the day. You don't have news today. You said we had a lot on the plate,
good, yeah.
so we're gonna do
We
the
got
word
through
of the
a lot
day,
today.
and we'll do word of the day and get everyone out of here at a reasonable time.
Yeah, I've got my PJs on already, so
You do.
We'll talk about that Friday. You bet. Don't.
just make sure you
Do it.
remind me.
Yeah.
Chris, can you just hum us in?
Next word of the day.
With Nick
No.
and Chris.
Do you want to know what kind of word you have, Nick?
No, because I know it's an adjective.
No.
Do you not get adjectives just because I say it every time? Is it what I do?
No, it's not a verb.
So it's a person, place, or thing.
Yeah, it's a noun. Nick.
Is it a proper noun?
No. Theft or misappropriation of funds placed in one's trust or belonging to one's employer.
Embezzlement?
Nick, your word is.
Hang on, I'm turning up my phone so I can't click anything.
Nick, your word is.
Embezzlement.
Nick, your word is.
Embezzlement.
Your word is.
Embezzlement.
All right, look, she can't sound it out better than she is.
EMBAZ.
No.
Come on, man. It's not the point.
Embezzlement. Wait, what? The A was where I was wrong, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean? EMB. Embezzlement?
Yeah.
Embezzle.
Good start. You got the M.
E?
Yeah. Did you just tell him?
Z?
You whispered something.
No. Bet I went.
Did you hear the next letter?
Yeah, Z.
Z?
1 Z or 2 Z's?
2.
Yep.
L?
Yep.
Embezzlement. E?
Yeah.
M-E-N-T.
Hey, you're working on it. Oh, it's going to be so loud.
I thought
hate
that-
this song. Embrace it.
You got it.
Now it makes sense
Why
why I
did you
always
try to
spell
be
it wrong.
A first?
It's why I always spell
Yeah.
it wrong on Google.
Why do you Google embezzlement all the time?
Well, criminal justice minor, son.
So you just Google embezzlement?
Yeah.
As a criminal justice major, they go just Google embezzlement?
It's my minor.
There you go. This is
But-
what you got to do.
But they say, because you said this is why I always spell it
Homework
wrong on
assignment of
Google.
the week.
So they
Google
say,
embezzlement.
yeah, they say Google embezzlement all the time.
Well, no, I Googled it not a few days ago, but a few weeks ago for Takashi.
Okay, so literally nothing to do with the criminal justice major. You're just trying to
Minor.
squeeze that in.
Minor.
Okay, but you're just trying to
It's
squeeze
my
that in.
minor.
It had nothing to do
Psych
with the
major,
Takashi
son.
thing, though. So the Takashi thing has nothing to do with your criminal justice major.
Minor.
So I'm just saying. So don't work that in. That being said,
Chris, how's philosophy? That's your
Philosophy?
major. That's your major, right?
No, it's golf.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your... How's your golf coach?
It's good.
Now, what's it like calling all your professors coach?
It's not bad, you know.
it's more personal.
Dr. Coach.
Hey, Dr. Coach Greenman.
Do you have a Professor Greenman?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't know. He doesn't go. He hasn't
Online
been-
courses, son.
He's never been to college.
No, dude, because I was there with Asher Roth when he wrote I Love College.
Yeah.
Dude, I wrote that, and he kind of stole it from.
Yeah, it was a
that's whole-
Hold on.
concept. Yeah.
A whole thing we'll leave under the
Do you
radar,
guys
but-
think I was in college when Asher Roth came out with that song?
No, you're probably 14, 15.
Yeah.
I was 15. It came out 10 years ago this year.
That song sucks cock, dude.
Yeah.
It was
That's
a
a
banger
shit,
when you're
that's not-
15, though.
Suck.
No, a good banger is I got hold
It's not.
call it. We love Mobamba here at Sports Dorks. You know what else we love?
Money.
People head over to iTunes and Google Play and give us 5 stars. You can do that by searching Sports Dorks Podcast in that little bar with the magnifying glass on any of your favorite podcasting apps. Not really any, but iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, etc. You can find Nick on Twitter and Instagram at Nick Kappas. Chris at Chris Wilson. I already forgot it. 6862.cw at gmail.com.
Or you can find them at the Demon King.
At the Demon King. Or again, Chris Wilson 6862.cw at gmail.com.
And if you have any problems, just email him.
Yep.
Or and if you can't remember that because it's a fucking ridiculous email, Chris Wilson at sports-dorks.com works just as well. And you can find me on Twitter at
I'm not
Timothy
gonna
J.
see that. I
Chura,
never-
Instagram at Tim_Chura. You don't have it on your phone?
No,
Guaranteed,
we never
dude.
put it on my
He
phone.
probably gets so many. He's the one who's getting all like our
I
business
am.
emails. He just has never checked.
What a cocksucker. We'll work on that after
He's
this.
the one who's gonna go. Yeah, guys. Pat McAfee contacted me months ago saying he wants to sign us.
I put it in junk.
That being said, let's close the book on this one. You like that?
No,
That physical.
never do that again.
Let's close the book on this episode 75. Happy New Year. See you guys next year.
We're all gonna die. Now come on, mothers throughout the land. Pack your boys off to Vietnam. Come on, fathers, don't